How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be checking out a Masters of the WWE Universe Ultimate Warrior Heroic Champion of WWE Eternia. And as you can see here, it is the Ultimate Warrior, including highly articulated for power posing sticker here in the center of the box. As we look at the card, you can kind of see the glowing ropes. Now this would be the Castle Grayskull version of the ring, which I do not have. I've actually never seen that in the wild anywhere. I've never even seen it online, to be honest with you, but it would be cool to have. Right now I've got the AEW ring that I display all of my figures in, the wrestling figures anyway. We'll take a look at some of those a little bit later, kind of compare them with this guy. As we rotate around to the back of the box, let's go ahead and get you a good look at that top picture. It says, load the spaceship with rocket fuel. All the fuses and exit signs have been burnt out. There's no place to run. The power of the Ultimate Warrior will always prevail. You can collect them all. And then we've got Goldberg, Stephanie McMahon, Ultimate Warrior, and Kane. We've unboxed Goldberg and Kane so far on the channel, doing Ultimate Warrior today, and hopefully we'll get to Stephanie McMahon next Wednesday on Wrestler Wednesdays. So let's go ahead and get this guy pulled out of the box and take a closer look. Alright, what do we got here? The Ultimate Warrior. Let's go ahead and see. Is he banded in? He is. It looks like just wrists and ankles, though, so we can probably just cut those real quick. At least we'll cut this one, and we can probably just slide the ankles out. Yeah, works perfect every time. Let's go ahead and get the rubber band off of his arms here. All right, let's get the Ultimate Warrior stood up and take a look at his accessory. So for his accessory, it looks like he comes with one big red cape. Go ahead and set the bag off to the side. So he does come with this one red cape. It is hard plastic, pre-molded. This is not soft goods. It does look like fur. Maybe he's skinned himself an Elmo and made a cape out of an Elmo. It's kind of what it looks like. We got a little teeny tiny skull here in the middle, maybe some teeth or bone fragments there. Not a bad cape. Let's set that off to the side and take a look at his little comic book. It says Masters of the WWE Universe, and then we have good old Ultimate Warrior riding a Triceratops. Now, I don't know that we ever got any of these dinos. I never saw them in this line. If you guys saw them, let me know that those guys are out, and I'll try to find them somewhere, but I haven't seen them anywhere. Could just be something. So here we've got the little comic. It says Ultimate Warrior, Heroic Champion of WWE Eternia. The great battle has begun. A darkness threatens to consume WWE Eternia as the faction of evil superstars rise from parts unknown to control the balance of power. But the heroic superstars accept the challenge to defend their planet and determine who are the masters of the WWE Universe. Height 6 foot 2 inches, weight 280 pounds, superstar powers, super strength, and super intensity, fueled by the universal power connecting warriors throughout the galaxy. Foreign objects, ultimate energy harness, and cape of warriors. And then we got a little blurb over here. We got Stephanie McMahon kind of talking with good old Macho Man. It looks like we got Ultimate Warrior walks in. And yeah, feel the power of the warrior. And then we got the little cross cell on the back. So pretty cool little book there. Not quite a comic, but it's still pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and dive down close on the Ultimate Warrior and take a look at his articulation. So this is a Masters of the Universe Origins body, basically, that it is a cross line with the WWE wrestlers. So as you can see, It's just that basic He-Man looking body. You can kind of see Skeletor maybe back over here. They're sharing the same body and kind of doing cross waves, which they're also now doing with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I'm really a fan of this. 80s wrestling and Ninja Turtles, I feel like, go right along with He-Man perfectly. So I was really excited to pick these up. Now, as far as his articulation goes, he will look to the left. He will look to the right. He can look down pretty far, but he's not going to be able to look up very high just due to that long hair hitting on the back of his armor here. His arms will spin all the way around. He does have a single jointed elbow, and it's a pretty stiff elbow, but it still allows him to reach pretty far up. He's going to bust a hammer fist down on somebody. As far as that goes, it will stretch all the way out. It will rotate at the wrist, and it will go out, and it will go in. It looks like Warrior comes with 2 punching fists. He has no grabbers, but that's okay. His waist will rotate all the way around 360 degrees, as well as, oh, he's a stiff guy. And then he wants to just shoot off, as well as come apart in case you want to swap out legs with another figure, something like that. He does have the unique knee pads and kind of like boot things here, so I would probably keep these legs on the Warrior unless you have another Warrior that's going to match these armbands and stuff. We've got the black and red with the black, red, and white face paint, looking really cool. Come down to the knees, and they are single jointed knees, and they don't articulate that far because of the knee pad bunching up here in the back. It's just something that we kind of got to deal with on these wrestler figures. The same is going to be said for his foot. It will swivel back and forth, and it will point down decently enough, but they don't point up super high, and that again is because these little things flying around on his boot. He does have a boot cut or swivel right there. It will turn all the way around, so it does help you pose him up better. Just all of these different points of articulation. See if we can get him posed up some way that we want him to look warrior-ish, right? Yeah, so there's the Warrior flexing up. We're going to go ahead and pop this head off. And as you also should know, if you've seen any of these videos before, the heads will pop off, and all of the heads that go with these bodies are going to be interchangeable as well. We could put Skeletor's head right on here if we wanted to, or use this head and create some kind of crazy He-Man with some kind of war paint on his face. The arms will also snap off, so you can switch arms out. All kinds of stuff in this line of wrestlers. So in order to put the cape on, we have to pull the head off, and then it will just slide over there, and then you just cram this head back on, which is being really stiff. As you can see, the hair and the cape are kind of hitting each other here. So let's try to get that positioned on there. Maybe if we snap it on backwards and then just rotate it around. No. Yeah, guys, so my head with the hair is not really wanting to go on with this cape, and then the cape is not laying flat, and he's never going to stand up like that. So cape's a fail, a design fail. Putting that with his hair, that was never going to work. Another thing that I did notice, I guess, is that this cape is a reuse. This cape is from another line. What is this? This is either going to be from the 200X or the Motu Classics line. This cape wasn't even made for this figure. So I'm not sure why they included it without trying it out on him first. A soft goods cape would have worked a lot better, or just a more straight up and down cape, because with his hair, this is just never going to fit. So useless cape. It's going to go over into the pile of bits, and that's okay. We've got a bag of bits left over from these characters. Let's go ahead and let's pull Goldberg down here, just so we can kind of do a size comparison. As you can see, they all scale in about the same size. Goldberg, Ultimate Warrior. Bodies are pretty much exactly the same. We've just got a little different deco on them. So as you can see, he comes with a He-Man-like chest harness. And in order to remove that, you got to pop the head off again. We're going to pull the bottom off, and then this here will lift up, and it will just come right off the bottom. Then you can snap the legs back on. I wish he would have came with just a different type of soft goods. Let's see if the cape works without the straps, because those do kind of push up on it just a little bit more. So there it goes. If you want to do the cape with the Warrior, it looks like he will work. You just have to take the He-Man harness off, and he will actually still stand that way also. So maybe the cape's not useless. Might end up being able to use that for something. I feel like if it's pushed in where it would need to be to look right, it will probably fall off of him or make him tip backwards. So end game, the Warrior's going to be displayed without his cape, unfortunately. I thought maybe after we took the chest harness off that we would be able to use it on him, but it's just not going to let him stand up. He's going to keep tipping backwards. And because I'm going to be displaying him with all the rest of my WWE characters and my wrestlers, we're not going to keep the chest harness on him. We kind of take all of the He-Man type parts off of the figures. That way they just look like wrestlers, and I can just display them as wrestlers with other wrestlers. And if at some point in time we want to cross them over into the He-Man realm and kind of mix and match them together, that is also a possibility, because I save all of the accessories and we can just put them right back on there. So what are your thoughts on the Ultimate Warrior here? I think he's looking extra cool. I definitely like him in the wrestler getup here. I do wish he came with a soft goods cape or the ring walk robe. It's a lot of letters. I don't know. I can't talk this morning, guys. I need my coffee. But here he is, the Ultimate Warrior. What are your final thoughts? Were you a Warrior fan? Were you a Hogan fan? Were you a Flair fan? Did you get into that macho madness? Who was your favorite wrestler of the 80s? You can go ahead and tell me who your favorite current wrestlers are too, if you want to. But I really know the ones from the late 80s, early 90s the best. Those are the ones I had the most experience and the most fun watching. Thank you guys for checking out the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, tell someone you love them, and have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next one.